Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss. I'm back again with another video. And today is basically the biggest day of the year for us Android heads. December 15th, we got the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. All right, the Verizon LTE edition. All right, now this is big. This is real big. This is the biggest phone of the year, the most anticipated phone of the year, because it's the first Android phone running the Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0. All right, now we'll get into all of that in a minute. Let's take a look at this real quick. We'll unbox it and keep it moving. First off, let's take a look at the box. Nothing too fancy. Nice, solid, clean, white box with a sleeve, you know. Nothing too fancy. Now, keep in mind, off contract, this phone going to run you $650 from Verizon, and it's going to be $800 from Radio Shack. So, of course, I went to Verizon to get it for $650. But, you know, for $650, you want a nice presentation. This is pretty good. Not the best I've seen all year, but pretty good. So, once you pop it open, you got the device right here. Let's take a look inside the box. You got the books and shit, you know, the usual. You got a set of headphones. Now, I like this now. You know, for $650, throw me a set of headphones, all right? So we got a set of headphones. I ain't really check them out yet, but I'll let y'all know in the real review how the headphones sound. You got the micro USB, and you got the charging plug, all right? So that's basically it for the box. Now, let's take a look at the actual phone. Beautiful looking phone, beautiful. Very thin, very sleek. It has a kind of gray gunmetal, you know, look to it. The back has a textured feel. Let me get a close up so you can see that. Now, it's a Nexus, but it still has a little Verizon branding on it. But that's it. That's the only branding. Got the little Verizon 4G sign on it. Like I said, nice textured back. Real nice feel. Let's go around the phone. On the right side, you got the power button. That's it. On the left side, you got the volume up and down. And as you can see, they put it in the middle, which after using the phone all day, I find like that's a good placement. Right in the middle instead of all the way at the top, you got the volume right in the middle. All right, that's it for the left side. On the front, you got the 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. You got a nice LED at the bottom, notification light. On the back, you got the 5 megapixel camera with the LED flash. That's it. All right, on the top, you got nothing. On the bottom, you got the microphone. You got the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And you got the micro USB charging port. All right, so that's it as far as looking at the phone. Y'all know I don't get too deep in the specs and all that, so we ain't gonna really spec you out on that. You could just basically look at any YouTube video and get all the detailed tech specs. But one spec I will tell you, 4.65-inch screen. All right, now this is the biggest one on deck yet. Now, just for argument's sake, I'll give you a little size comparisons. Let's put it next to the second biggest Android joint that we got on deck. We got the Samsung Galaxy S series, the Epic. As you can see, pretty much about the same size. All right, almost the same thinness. Pretty much the same size. Next, you got the smaller ones. You like the HTC Evo, the Resound, you know, all the 4.3 family. All right, a lot smaller, a lot smaller. And of course, we got the iPhone 4S and the iPhone 4. Tiny, very tiny compared to this. I'm not bashing Apple, but look for yourself, very tiny. And, you know, just for argument's sake, you put it next to something like a BlackBerry. Tiny, disappears, all right? Even next to the Photon, as you can see, same thinness, but a lot smaller, all right? Now, this phone also has what they call the contoured display. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of curves a little, but not enough that you could even notice it. It doesn't feel like a funny shaped phone, all right? Now, the weight and feel of this phone is perfect. It's a little bit heavier than the Galaxy S series, but has a perfect weight. It's plastic, but it doesn't give you that cheap plastic feel. You can tell it's plastic, though. Doesn't have that iPhone or BlackBerry kind of metal feel, but plastic, but good quality plastic, all right? Now, taking the back off is a little bit tricky on this one. The back plate feels very cheap. And it pops in and out. I'm not even gonna take it out because the shit is annoying putting it back on and off, but whatever. You'll see when you get one yourself. Kind of cheap with the back end, but like I said, overall, on the 1 to 10, the feel of this phone is a 10. It feels solid, solid feel. So let's power it on and let's, like I said, we'll do the real review next week and I'll get into all the apps and all that stuff, but right now, we just touch a couple of joints and let you see what it look like. This is what it look like on. Now, y'all know I always rock with the widget locker. As you can see, you got the old school TV tube. Beautiful, standing on Android 4.0. All right, this is what it looked like. Now, as you can see, no lag. No lag, Beautiful animations. And that's where 4.0 really shines at, is all the animations. Let's take a look at the app drawer. You see when you switch apps? You see how you got that transition? Everything on this phone is nice transitions. When you want to change your widgets, everything is nice. You just long press on something and you just drag it to the home screen if you got room on there. All right? No buttons. This phone has no hardware buttons. All right, so when you put it in landscape mode, let's pull up a quick web page. All right. Oh, let me show you something that's hot also. Now, with 4.0, you can have these folders. Now, this is something that iPhone users already have for a minute, but this is new to Android. You see I got games, Foursquare, browser. Say I click on the games folder, got a whole bunch of games and all that, all in one folder. And it's easy. When you want to add something to a folder, all you got to do is long press on it, put it right on top of that joint, and throw it into a folder. So I got a whole bunch of folders set up. Got all my Foursquare check-in places that I be at most of the time. Got them on one touch. I mean, this is beautiful. You got the, like I said, no hardware buttons, but you got the home button, you got the back button, and you got your multitasking, which it works beautiful on this. You see the multitasking? Now, you can see if I want to check on something I was looking at earlier, so I want to check on my flight, take it straight to the flight view. Now, like I said, this whole year with the Samsung Epic, as opposed to last year, all the phones with all the lag and all that, I have not had any lag on this phone yet. No lag. So that's a major win for me. All right, you see when you put it in landscape, the buttons, they move to the side. Like I said, no hardware buttons, so now your home button is on the side. But like I said, with the multitasking, beautiful. All your recently used stuff that you was doing, right there. I want to check out Twitter. You could just get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Multitasking works beautiful on this phone. All right, let's take a look at the drop-down menu. Now, the drop-down menu changed from Gingerbread. Everybody knows you used to have all the shortcuts at the top. Now you got the date, and you can just click one touch to settings. Not a big deal. I like the Gingerbread format a little bit better, but no big deal. As you can see, Android 4.0.2. Now, when you first get the phone, you're going to have to do a quick update on it, and it's going to send you over to 4.0.2. What's the real changes on it? I don't know, because this is my first day with the 4.0, so I don't know what 4.0 and .1 was, so whatever, I'm rocking with 4.2. All right? Like I said, when I do the real review, I'm going to get real heavy into the specs and all of that, but fresh out the box, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this a certified 10, and as you can see by the box, Floss Seal of Approval. All right? And since this is the biggest phone of the year and the first Android phone with 4.0, I had to go a little step further. All right? We're rocking the Floss Certified Seal of Approval t-shirt. That's what we're rocking all day long while we flossing this phone. We're rocking the t-shirt. It's a go. We got all the merchandise out for this phone because this is a big day, real big. All right? As you see with the widget locker, I got a whole bunch of other stuff too on here, but I'm not going to touch that to the real review. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of apps. Plus, I got another hot Android apps video coming out. Got some new apps. Y'all going to love them. Trust me, y'all going to love them. Beautiful. No lag. Like I said, only difference now from this and like your Gingerbread phones, like your Epic and all of that, you only get 5 home screens. But everybody knows you could just get an ADW launcher, you get a, Go launcher, whatever launcher you want, and you could change that. You could put whatever you want at the bottom. As you can see, I got my ultimate favorites. So when I click on that, all the numbers I call the most, Best Buy, my brothers, everybody that I call the most, got them on deck. Got the camera. Let's talk about the camera real quick on this, all right? Like I said, I ain't gonna get too deep, but the camera on this is a go. Now, some of the differences between the 4.0 and the Gingerbread is you got the facial recognition software. I ain't even set it up yet. I'm gonna show you that on the real review. The facial unlock, got that on deck. Got the panoramic camera. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, how come they got 5 megapixel camera instead of the Epic's 8 and all that? Like I always say, don't get too involved with the megapixels because it's not the megapixels that make the picture good. It's the lens that's on the camera. Because everybody's seen the original HTC Evo. Y'all know that had the 8 megapixel camera, and that camera was a piece of shit. Now, this is a 5 megapixel camera. I've been taking pictures with it. Pictures come out beautiful. But the best feature to this camera is the no shutter. And I'll show you what that means. Let's take a picture. You heard that? Taking pictures all day. No loading time. So say you outside somewhere and you gotta, you want to take a picture. You don't gotta take that picture and then wait, like hold on a second, wait for it to load and take another one. Nope, you snap away. Just as quick as you can press that button, snap away. So that camera is a major win. Major. On a scale of 1 to 10, fresh out the box, I've been using this phone since 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm giving this phone a solid 10. Now, that's subject to change after next week when I do the real review, after I use it and put all of my apps on it, see if it lag out a little bit. But right now, it's a go. Straight up go. Certified Floss Seal of Approval. Let's take a look at accessories real quick. First off, I got the screen protector. As you can see, I got one on here already. I don't know if you can really see. I did a pretty good job. I got one bubble on the bottom, but whatever. I got a bunch of screen protectors to play with. Next, we got the extended battery. All right. Now, the official battery that comes with it is 18.5 milliamps. All right. 1,850 milliamps. This one right here will push you up to 21. All right. So now this is $50. The difference between 18 and 21, yeah, it might be only an hour or two or whatever, but whatever. They had it, so I decided to cop it. Not to mention, it doesn't change the thickness of the phone. So when you buy this extender battery, this is what you get. You get another battery cover, which is exactly like the same one as the factory one, and you get the 2100 milliamp battery. All right, so that's $50. Is it worth it? Might not be worth it to you, but a couple of hours might be worth it to me. And what else? Cases. Now, they had a whole bunch of cases. I decided to go with this plain silicone case. I'll drop it in there so you can see what it looked like. They had the out-of-box joint. They had the, the typical holster one with the little piece that, you could display it. I really wasn't feeling this phone is kind of big to be wearing it on your waist. The out-of-box case for this phone is huge. Really huge. So that's why I didn't really want to flow with that one. Not to mention, I try to keep my shit uniform. So y'all see how this is my favorite phone right now, my Epic. So I try to have this one looking just like my Epic. So when I put them together and put them in my pocket, it's kind of thick, but it doesn't take up too much room in my pocket. Still wearable, all right? And that's about it for the accessories. And also a major accessory I had to get. As you can see, Floss Seal of Approval. Had to get another one, all right? Floss Seal of Approval, all right? Got one for my shorty, all right? So this way when we get home, fuck with the Android Beam, all that, I like to keep my shorty laced out. So when you get home and you see this, we ice cream sandwiched out, all right? It's your boy Floss. I got something special coming on Monday too. Christmas rocking in a little bit early this year. So I got a special video of a new product coming out on Monday. It's not a phone, but it's something y'all gonna like, trust me. And it's an intro to some of these new videos I'm gonna be doing. You're gonna like it, trust me. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+, Pick Please. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all out there on that Google Gangster Facebook page. If you don't know what that is, go to my YouTube homepage and like that. Also, my other boy told me I didn't even shout that out real quick. Shout out to all the dudes and the chicks that subscribe to my channel, because I just looked the other day, I had over 5,000 subscribers. I didn't really make a big deal about it and all that because y'all know I don't do this for the numbers. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for nothing. I do this strictly for y'all, my dudes that hit me up, and strictly for the love of this test game, all right? Also, special shout out to DJ Coco Chanel, 98.7 Kiss. She'll be blowing the radio down Saturday night, 8 to 10. I'm going to be tuning in tomorrow night. I'm going to be live on Twitter, so hit me up tomorrow night, 8 to 10. We all going to be rocking out, listening to Coco Chanel, hitting the Twitter up and all that. And Coco, like I said, when I hit you up on Facebook and all that, we had a little discussion. If you're on the fence and you still don't know whether to get the iPhone 4 or the Galaxy, just look for yourself. I mean, the size alone for me is is a major factor, but trust me, the Galaxy is killing the iPhone 4S right now. It's killing it. So I'm going to get up with y'all next week for this real review, all right? It's your boy Floss. Catch y'all. Oh, also, a special shout out to all my Mortal Kombat dudes out there. My man Von Vitti, that's my official sparring partner. We be getting it in. Shout out to Hood Fresh, D-Girl, one of the only chicks I know that could get it in with the big boys. My shorty got something for you, what I'm saying? We're going to set that up. And basically, that's it. It's your boy Floss. I'm going to catch up with y'all on the next trip. See y'all on Monday night for something special, all right? Deuces.